聞こえるか、オタコン。あ、僕だよ、スネーク。聞こえる？待たせたな。スニークポイントに到着。シャドウモセス事件の後、メタルギアの技術情報がブラックマーケットで密売されたよね。それで全世界にメタルギアの亜種が拡散した。今や核武装国にとってメタルギアは特別な兵器ではない。今回の新型はそれらに対抗するために設計されたものらしい。俺たちは新型メタルギアが極秘裏に輸送されるという情報を掴んだ。今思えば疑うべきだった。シャラシャーシカたちが降下した。これから私も戦争内へ向かう。そっちはどうだ？
情報は制御室、通信、機械室の含む全て制圧。
乗っ取るつもりか？コントロールを抑えるつもりだよ。いいか、あれを奪取したらタンカーを沈める。
誰が操縦を？
VR 訓練を受けたのはあいつだけだ。奴しか手に命中どうするつもりなんだ。奴らの手にメタルギアが渡れば大変なことになる。約束したろ。この作戦が終われば部隊を去る。
いやよ、タイは家族も当然。どこにも行くところはない。
いいんだぞ、ここは自由の国だ。
First person shooting, tranquilizer darts. That's true. Yay. Oh, also yay. That guy's cool too, I guess. Oh, I forgot. So, as you could probably tell from back in the day, that was the absolute craziest motherfucking trailer ever. Off the top of your head, go look at like games that came out in the year 2000 and what that shit looked like and how ridiculous that shit was. Like, just like that was like, look, that made you feel like video games had a infinite upwards trajectory, right? Like, just it like, oh my god, it's gonna be like real life in like 5 years. And then we encountered the friend that was diminishing returns. So there is another trailer for MGS2. But that trailer came out later, and we'll be honest, it didn't make nearly the impact that first one was. I would say, based off of my gut feelings, that first Metal Gear Solid 2 trailer was viewed maybe 100 times more than the second one. It was defining. Everyone could nothing but talk about it for months. Somebody said it's appropriate that I'm playing these games in the year of the snake. So, fun fact about Metal Gear Solid 2. Metal Gear Solid 2 also released in the year of the snake back in 2001. And of note, is that it barely released in the year of the snake. Like, just barely. So Metal Gear Solid 2 was crunched like no one had ever crunched before on a video game. So Red Tooth says you said 2000. The trailer that we just watched came out in the year 2000. The game came out in 2001. So the Kojumbo was like, motherfuckers, I don't care if you need to see your children or what that fucking gay shit. I don't give a fuck about that. We're fucking making video games out here. Get your sleeping bags and put them under your desks. We're making a Metal Gear. And then they were wrapping up in September of 2001 of the year of the snake. How do you know 2 is crunched? Interviews from the team afterwards. And then the game went gold. I might have the dates off on this, but the game went gold. God, what was the date? It went gold September 10th, Japan time. And 2001, in a story that takes place exclusively in New York City. So they had like 30 hours to make some very serious cuts to the game's content. Very serious cuts. So later in the game, we are going to see what I would call a conspicuously abrupt edit. But people were excited. 2001 was also the year of Final Fantasy X. It was an exciting fucking year for those video games. Exciting year. So I would like y'all to percolate on that. And I would like people who've played this game before to chill their asses for like a minute so we can talk about things as they occur. All right? Great. Can I put a fish in while you percolate that, Sporian? No, you can't put a fish in the percolator. Not even if you wrap it in plastic. That guy's acting is great. Do I prefer the English or Japanese dub? Oh, English all the way, 100%. Lichkind kicked in a sub. Thanks, Lichkind. Damn, 53 months already. Glad to see Boosie's getting plenty of love, though. He's a cute little guy. He is. He's a cute little baby. Damon Dre subs says, oh yeah, time for the same plot yet again. Positive. I think there is genuinely a sad and poignant thematic edge to every Metal Gear game having the same plot. And it is that these problems aren't going away. And every generation has to deal with a new version of the same problem. Buddy, you can't sleep like that. You're going to choke yourself out, little baby. I love you, little baby. Don't choke yourself out. Rapish sub says, good boy. Thank you. Unfunny TV says, gay twink riding time. Huzzah. I don't know who that is. That's crazy. Rapish also gifted 5 subs. Thank you, Rapish. Oink, oink. Grey Ghost sub says, did you say Mad Baby? 35-minute cutscene on sleep regression. Thank you. Nova Nightmare sub. Thank you. Hey, Pat, glad to catch you play probably the most timeless series when it comes to its underlying political messages and themes. What theme? Twinks with daddy issues are easy to gaslight. That's true. That's true. That is true. Dullaman sub. Thanks, Dullaman. Huge Manatee kicked in $8. Thanks, Huge Manatee. The only thing more embarrassing than having to sell Tencent is failing to sell to Tencent. Oh, who is that referring to? I don't know who that is. Ubisoft? Oof. Okay, hey, listen. My fellow video game aficionados, I would like you to read between the lines for a moment. Okay? If you watch me and Wooly on the podcast or on our shows, hold on, I gotta do it. Right? And Ubisoft comes up, you will see one of two expressions, which is or that is imparting a really specific statement, a quiet statement. The dog is eating something right now? Yeah, he's sucking his own dick. Sir. Sir. Can you... Oh! He just burped dick mouth at me. Oh. No. No. Stinky doggy. No. Serious. Speaking of, there's new development in the child's lying abilities. So the boy stole a pen cap from Paige's pen and was running around like this. Ah, right? And Paige looked at him and she said, Gowron, do you know where the cap is? And he went, no. And then she went, is it in your hand? And he went, ah, and ran away. It's the cutest shit ever. It's the cutest shit ever. So cute. It's the best. Sirius Bichon kicked in 500 bits. Thank you. Pat, I'm drunk, so bear with me. Between Snallygaster and the Goatman, which sounds like the cooler cryptid. Weirdly enough, Goatman. Because for you to call a goat man a cryptid, it must be really weird. Oh, did you lose? Did you lose a bet? It's super not? Yeah, you lost a bet, bitch. All right. Think Tank Zenith sub. Thanks, Think Tank. RNG Bob kicked in a sub. A satisfying number. That's 75 months. Thanks, man. I recommend the show Pantheon. Got me wondering. Does you wanting to escape your flesh prison need to include a corporeal robot body to be in? Like, would you be okay existing digitally? Or do you find that a nightmare like I do? Oh, no, I want a body. I want to have a physical presence. I don't want to be like a floating wisp of information. That's bullshit. Red the Baron kicked in us up. I remember playing this game for the first time, being in just in awe of Kojumbo. Yeah, a lot of things that MGS2 does are so fucking beyond what everybody else was doing in 2001 that it defies understanding. Like, so fucking far beyond. Nero Ame, Hacks Metatron, and Vextalis all sub. Thanks, guys. Neville sub says, good evening, Pat. Good evening, man. Ligma Lominsa kicked in a $5. Thank you, Ligma Lominsa. Appreciate it. New Tarkov hack came out. Hackers can now overheat other players' CPUs to have their frame rate go below 5 PS, targeting streamers primarily. Why people put up with this shit for this game, I'll never know, even as a former player. So there's bad news for Final Fantasy XIV currently. Due to the fact that they decided to store the blacklist information client side instead of server side, people have figured out a way to install an API to scrape player information off of your character in FF14 by you just visually appearing on the screen. It will scrape your account ID, the names and locations of every alt that character has. It will show what instance you're in. It will show what instances you've been in. It's like the ultimate stalking tool. And it's because Square Enix made their blacklist function very poorly. Like, this is their fault directly. Pa72 kicked in a sub. Thanks, Pa. Garbage Nirvana says, guess I'm never playing that on PC. Garbage Nirvana, this applies to all FF14 players. Why would it only apply to people on PC? Picked a good time to get back into WoW and Guild Wars? Yeah, maybe. Yeah, I got you, Zacy Stacy. I will be rotating the saves. Peeps FGC, but also I can get through this game pretty fast. Peeps FGC kicked in us up. Been playing a lot of VF5 locally to prepare for Revo. Hope you're proud. I am proud. Somebody in the subreddit comments on the podcast said, I think that Pat's talked more shit about Mortal Kombat than he has about his love for Virtua Fighter. And he's right. But there's many years ahead, and oh boy, are we going to catch up. We're going to catch up, motherfucker. Somebody suggested moving my save files. Where are the save files? Are they in MGS2 save data windows? They might be. No, that's something else? Maybe. Regardless, I'll figure it out. I'm not too worried about it. Dia Gao Grunge kicked in a sub. Say, fuck you, it's January, Pat. Thanks, Di. Subtime says Disco TLH. Not a good meatball sub, but I'll take it anyway. Buy Caboose a meatball sub. This dog would die if he ate a meatball sub. This dog is almost the same size as a meatball sub. What the fuck is happening? Get out of here, Steam Big Picture. I don't need you, ever. Kai9 kicked in $10. Thanks, Kai. I'm channeling my hater energy to manifest Nintendo rejecting any attempt to put FF7 Remake on Switch 2 because I want them to be salty about the PS1 shit still because it'd be funny. That would be funny. And Kai goes on to say, I started Metal Gear with Solid 2 and I was like, cool. Iroquois Pliskin's a cool name. And didn't understand both the reference or who that guy is supposed to be. What are you, blind? You definitely have enough information for that second one. And Pa kicked in a sub. Pa72, thank you. Oh, and Dan PC kicked in a sub. Hi, Pat. Metal Gear. It's true. Now, before we go onwards, I would like to point out that I did not play, but I did load up. Marvel Rivals this morning. And I'm glad. So I have something to say of significant complementary value to Chinese gacha developers. And that lesson is applying to Marvel Rivals, even though it is not a gacha. And that is, if your game is being played by tens of millions of people and making $1 billion a second, your game should look like $1 million. And Marvel Rivals is like exploding with Chinese money energy. Like all the bespoke menus and titles and animated fucking sequences going between the fucking interface. It's fucking ridiculous. It's fucking stupid. It's ridiculous. Well, that's everybody right now. We will now be going into the video game, but first, hello, little baby. Would you like to say goodbye to chat because you are so sleepy? No, he is too sleepy. He's just a sleepy guy. I love him. I love him. Oh shit, don't fall. I love him. He's a good dog. And he can't walk. So we've been singing, Paige and I. So Paige started singing, Paige started singing South Park musical songs the other day, and it's completely infected my brain. So we keep just walking around singing little sing-songy bits from Big Gay Al's Number. So I'll have to like change the baby, and I'll be like, "Stinky baby, he's so poopy," or something like that, right? But this morning, Paige looked at the dog and went, "I'm so sorry, disabled doggy, but how's it go? I'm just feeling." Basically, how's it go? I can't remember. Thanks for asking. But I'm feeling just so good that even the fact you can't walk can't bring me down. I'm so sorry, disabled doggy, but I can't feel too bad for you right now. Yeah, that's how it goes. Anyway. Oh, because he's just a little disabled doggy. He's just a little disabled guy. He's disabled. He's leg disabled. Like that Irish guy. But that's okay. That's okay. Unfit for human consumption says that's so fucking mean, damn, as he is talking about the dog that I mock with words, but Carrie attached to my chest like an infant baby for like 5 to 10 hours a day. I know you're joking. I wanted to say it. I wanted to say it. One of the other ones, so thank you. And Pa72 kicked in 500 bits. Thanks, Pa. Hey, Pat, you said the other day that Snake's real name being David is a Space Odyssey reference, but it's also a Police Knot reference. David was the blonde dude with the orange vest who worked with Meryl. Meryl even wears Dave's jacket in the MGS1 ending and calls Snake Dave. What a fucking nerd. What an absolute huge nerd. God damn. All right. Let's get it together and do video games. Let's do video games, huh? You guys want to play some fucking video games? Stop belittling your dog? No. Absolutely not. By the way, guys, this game has important things to say that are old and cringe and also might not reflect the morals of today. And putting that in front of Metal Gear Solid 2 is really funny because it's super right. Nothing has ever aged better than this game. It is the most bestest. It's so ridiculous. So we're playing it in adjusted mode, which makes the game look nice. Part of me thinks I should have waited till April 29th to play it. I don't care. Let's start that game, shall we? So, back in 2001, little baby Pat went to the store and bought Metal Gear Solid 2 and loaded it up excitedly. And then there was an introduction video that made him so excited and a little confused. seeing Cam Clark in there was like, wait, what? What? Huh? Who's that girl? I've just reenacted Pat staring at this in 2001. Also, of note, and it may not be a surprise to anyone, considering we just watched that intro, but my love for turquoise hexagons has a partial genesis in this game. No, we'll just skip past that. Also of note, we're not going to see it at any point in the game. Wait, is this not working? Hey, skip this. Skip it! I don't want to watch it again. I'm bored. All right. Also, we're not going to see it unless I die tons of times. This game, unlike MGS1, when you hit triangle on the codec, it shoots forward at 1 million lines of dialogue a second, which makes it super awesome to play through this game fast. So we're gonna start a new game, and I guess we're gonna play Tank or Plant. Normal's just fine. Radar Type 2 is the one that you play. This is not a real story.
The Hudson River, 2 years ago. We had classified intelligence that a new type of metal gear was scheduled for transport. The whole thing stank, but our noses had been out in the cold too long.
That military advisor's in prison right now. He was selling illegal gun modifications to Japanese criminals.
Boy, he's right on schedule.
2 hands?
He'll know soon enough.
What? Yay! Here we go.
This is Snake. Do you read me, Otacon?
Loud and clear, Snake.
Kept you waiting, huh? I'm at the sneak point.
Everything going okay?
The stealth camo's busted. Landing impact.
We must have overused it. Sorry, but you're gonna have to deal with it. You're not in the military anymore.
Right. I didn't plan on relying on this gadget anyway.
The private sector's not so bad, is it? Privacy guaranteed?
I'm happy as long as no one gives me any more unwanted gifts.
You mean that thing with Naomi?
And I can't say I miss the chattering nanny.
Mei Ling's not so bad. That reminds me, I have to get in touch with her again about that new Natick flashware.
Diverting toys from the SSCEN again? But give her a message from me. Someone will find out, sooner or later.
Canonically
She's better
incorrect.
off assuming it sooner and
She
quit
never
while
got
she's
caught.
safe.
Too true. Okay, Snake, let's get to work. You know how the technical specs of Metal Gear were sold on the black market after Shadow Moses?
I know that
All
now.
Ocelot's doing.
Exactly. And now every state, group, and .com has its own version of Metal Gear.
Not exactly a classified weapon for today's nuclear powers.
This new one seems to have been designed to wipe the floor with all the other models. The only consistent description is that it's an amphibious, anti-Metal Gear vehicle.
That explains why this one is under Marine Corps jurisdiction.
The mission
Ooh-ah.
objective is to make visual confirmation of the new Metal Gear being transported by that tanker and bring back photographic evidence. But I want you first to go up to the top level of the infrastructure, to the bridge. We need to find out where the tanker is headed.
A little reconnaissance, huh?
There's too much we don't know about this new prototype. Capabilities, deployment method. We don't even know how close it is to completion. If we know where the testing arena is, I can start to draw some reasonable conclusions.
All right, I'll head to the bridge ASAP.
Try to avoid confrontations. Our goal is to collect evidence on Metal Gear development and expose it to the world. It would be best if you could get out of there without alerting anyone.
Don't worry, I know the drill. We're not terrorists.
Very good. Don't you forget that you're part of Philanthropy now, an anti-Metal Gear organization and officially recognized by the UN.
Recognized, but still fringe, Otacon.
All right, let's look at your gear. Your weapon is a tranquilizer gun converted from a Beretta M92F.
Oh,
It's a little
there's
hard
a
to work
familiar
with because you
gun
have
for
to reload
today's
after each shot
times.
since the slide locks.
Better than scavenging at the mission site. Good suppressor, too.
The chemical stun will take effect in a few seconds and last for hours. You can take down an elephant with that thing. Check out the laser sighting, too. The effects of the anesthetic round will vary depending on what part of the body is hit. We're talking about a difference of tens of seconds between hitting limbs, chest, or head. As for the equipment... Hey, Snake, cigarettes? What's wrong with you?
It's kind of a lucky charm.
You haven't read the Surgeon General's warning, have you? Here's the digital camera. Works almost the same way as your old one.
They don't look armed.
Hey, Earth to Snake. These are nice, upstanding Marines, not terrorists. Don't get caught. You're in stealth mode here.
Sure, and if it comes to that, a little beauty sleep never hurt anyone. By the way, Otacon, are you sure of this intelligence?
Absolutely. Hacked it out of the Pentagon's classified files myself.
No traces?
Oh, please, I'm too good for that.
But this might be a trap. Remember, there's a price on our heads.
You're just being paranoid.
Don't
I
pan
hope
that
so.
camera too far,
Those
boys.
men, you wouldn't think they were anything but civilians from here.
With all the ships passing on the river and in the harbor, putting uniformed Marines on the deck would be a bad idea. People can get a clear view of the water from Riverside, too.
The water line is too high. According to the navigational plans, this ship should have discharged its cargo upriver.
It's in there, no doubt about it.
The military trains you to watch for threats from the stern on a boat. That's SOP for counter-terror ops, too. Security should be tighter.
You worry too much.
Where's the target?
Satellite surveillance is a major international pastime these days. I'd say the cargo holds, safely below the deck. Do you see the entrance to the holds?
Looks like there are a few entryways into the crew quarters. The chopper. What? Looks like we're not the only ones after Metal Gear tonight.
Is that a chopper I just heard?
Affirmative. Probably another cavalry. It's their game. Hijack?
They're probably targeting the ship's controls.
Otacon, how many men do you need to take over a tanker of this size?
The ship is run by a computer, so I'd say about 18 people.
AKS 74U. Russians?
You sure?
No Marine barber touched that head of hair.
Let me put on my Russia hat.
I'm transmitting a photo. Let's get an ID on him ASAP.
I'm on it.
Gorlokovich? Jesus. Come on, guys.
Looks like the tanker's theirs now. KA-60 Kasatka.
Kasatka? Kamov chopper, right? Killer whale.
We need to get a fix on who they are.
Judging by their transport, aren't they some kind of military commandos?
Not necessarily. It could be the KA-62, the civil model.
Look, Snake, all we need is the photographic evidence of Metal Gear. As long as we have those, we can put it online and blow the whole thing wide open. So no pyrotechnics, okay?
All right. I'll do my best.
This isn't like Shadow Moses. Reach me if anything happens. The frequency's 141.12.
How can I check in and save my progress?
I'll do it. There's a frequency set aside for it. 140.96. Sorry, but no Mei Ling this time. Call me on the codec when you want to save.
Got it.
I'll be waiting just past the Verrazano Bridge. You need to be off that ship by then.
I'll be in touch.
All right. Let's do it. First things first.
You want to save, Snake?
I do want to save.
Snake, you of course know the saying, one for all for one?
What is this all of a sudden?
Oh, I figured you'd need a lot of motivation, so I came prepared. It's from the Three Musketeers. The book, not the candy bar. Anyway, it means that if you go up against everyone by yourself, they'll gang up on you too, I think. Since you're on your own on that ship, you need to take this to heart and avoid confrontations. How was that? Just like the old days, huh?
Almost reminds me of Mei Ling. But you sure you got it right?
Of course. And I'll teach you a lot more of these. You can count on it.
Great.
All right. Whose footsteps are these? Crouching, rolling, aiming first person. I don't know how to... Yo, you have to unequip to do that now. Let's see. What do I got? AP sensor? I don't need any of these. All right, let's go. Triangle is now the action button, by the way. Well, because R1 is now first person. Aha! Ah, it's L3, thank you.
Freeze.
Gotcha.
Snake, go through that door into the ship's interior. Push the action button down in front of the door and wait until the door opens before letting go. If you need to open the door faster, hit the action button repeatedly while you turn the handle. Make sure you keep doing it until the door's open.
Thanks.
Oh,
What was that noise? Where's it going? Uh-oh. Sneaky. And look, his thing changes as he looks farther away. Isn't that cool?
freeze.
No!
Fuck.
Please don't.
God. That was Pablo Mises.
Freeze.
So, I am not going to be getting all the dog tags because I think that's stupid as shit. But that is a mechanic. You can also get more than that. You can get ammunition after that. A ration. Yeah.
Push the action button near a scalable railing to hang off the other side. This is called hanging. You can use it to move around, hide, and even maneuver around an enemy's back. You can move the left stick or use LT and RT to move left and right while
You guys
hanging.
don't know about hanging?
When you're ready to pull yourself up,
Come
just
on.
push the
He's
action
serious.
button again. A grip gauge appears below the life gauge during hanging. The grip gauge indicates how tightly you're holding on and steadily decreases as long as you're in hanging mode. When the grip gauge goes to 0, you won't be able to hold on anymore. You need to hoist yourself up before you fall off. Push the A button while hanging to jump down straight below. If the ground is too far below, you'll lose some life. In some places, you won't make it at all. Be careful of that.
So, not only can I be hanging, right, like so, I can also do pull-ups, or to increase my grip to the point where it gets levels. A mechanic that doesn't mean shit. Doesn't matter. No, we'll go up on the top. It's locked. Look at that water dripping off me, bro. Oh, I forgot. I actually forgot something very important. Oh, this rain getting on my camera. Oh. Oh, and it's dynamically being altered by the wind. That's crazy. That's fucking crazy. Also, this game does its sight lines a million times better than MGS 1 did. Like, you have such cleaner sight lines. And you have this also. What?
It's the end. I need down.
That doesn't.
Over there.
Boobies.
Return to your positions. Increase security. Understood. Search the upper deck A, port side.
Girl.
This reminds me of when we first met.
I was the one inside the locker that time. We're equal now, huh?
Not unless I wet my pants.
That's a low blow, Snake. Push the action button once more to get out of the locker. You can see out from the slit in the door. Make sure you check the area using first-person view before you go out. You can also hide enemies you've knocked out in the locker. Just open the locker, then drag the body to the locker.
Okay, we're gonna have to wait for just a minute. Oh, so I like how they did this. You can now no longer bang into the locker because you're doing it crazy. So this had pressure-sensitive buttons. So if you slammed on the R1 button too hard, your face would hit the side of the locker and it would make a noise that would alert enemies. The trailer lied to me. The trailer said you could hold people up. I was lied to. You missed those buttons? They were okay. They were only really well used in this game.
Come back at once. Guard team, stay alert.
This is the only game I ever played that used it correctly.
See those lockers? That's a good place to hide yourself if you're in a pinch.
Made
Push the
interrogation
action button
impossible
near
in
the
3.
locker to open the door. Walk into it
Oh,
for
well,
a quick
obviously
concealment.
3, but 3 doesn't
Push
exist
the
right
action
now.
button once more to get out of the locker. You can see out from the slit in the door. Make sure you check the area using first-person view before you go out. You can also hide enemies you've knocked out in the locker. Just open the locker, then drag the body to the locker. If you open the locker, you can use the door as a cover during an exchange.
Wow, there's a lot of
gunfire.
things you can do with a
Of
locker.
course, this is a pretty flimsy door. There are limits to how many bullets it can withstand. Don't count on it too much, okay? If you open the locker, you can... See those lockers?
Oh, how do you get the goddamn... Oh, and take a photo. Oh, I see. My mistake. Yeah, so I'll have to open the door to take a photo.
What do you think you're doing, Snake? You don't have enough to keep you busy? Try to remember the mission if you can.
Bro. So the achievement I just got is called Snake Beater. And it was get caught by Otacon stimulating yourself. So here's a fun little trick. I'll show it to you. And only you. So I want to point out, by the way, that this game, you're noticing, obviously, it's running at a faster frame rate because it's the modern day, right? The original game, I feel like it also ran, like, incredibly well. I think it was 60.
Freeze.
So here's a fun thing. You can get people's stuff by dragging them and dropping them. But not this bitch. Aha! Thanks, Crazy Talk. Oh, it broke. Darn. Darn, broke again. Let's keep it going. Now this would go back outside. So where does this go? Oh, I know where that goes. Okay. Otacon, I need to save the game in just a second. You know what's funny about those camera movements? You can tell that it's a dev doing it in the tool with a mouse.
Snake, those pipes you see along the wall and ceiling are steam conduits. They're thin enough to penetrate with gunfire. Don't touch the steam. One of those blasts from the hole will burn your skin off.
Damn.
You may be able to use it as a trap of some sort, though.
Crazy.
What you're wielding right now is a converted Beretta M92F,
I love hanging out
designed
with
to
you,
fire
Otacon.
tranquilizer rounds. A direct hit will knock the target unconscious. Think of those rounds as tiny syringes. The impact of the round causes the mixing of two chemicals in the shell. The resulting gas compresses a tiny piston and injects the tranquilizer in the bullet's tip into the target's skin. The tranquilizer's effects are felt at different times depending on where the bullet lands. a head or heart shot will take effect immediately, but a round that hits somewhere like feet or hands will take a while. Use the first-person view attack for maximum accuracy. The gun is fitted with a suppressor, so there's no need to worry about alerting the enemy with the noise. But since it is a tranquilizer gun, the M9 has its limitations. All it can do is knock the enemy unconscious. Keep that in mind.
Thanks, Otacon.
Time to save?
It is time to save. We're going to be saving the game all the time. One, because we're afraid of losing our save. The second,
Okay.
there's a
saying
lot
that
of
goes,
save game
"Even
dialogue in
bird
this
on
game."
high dies a glutton's death, as do the fish of the deeps. The lesson is, don't be greedy. The fish that belonged to a family called the Deeps died from overfeeding, and so did a bird that got high on something, probably fermented fruit.
Okay, you say so.
I do say it. Don't take unnecessary risks just because you're greedy for more items. Remember the Deep family's fish.
So you can also hit buttons to cause Snake's thoughts to shoot out of the audio.
Freeze.
So there's a trick. If you fuck it up, it's fine. Also, of note, every one of these bottles can be broken. Also of note, the ice bucket on the bar can be knocked over. And each of these ice cubes will melt in real time according to their individual position on the floor. We're not going to stay here and watch it, but they will. Also of note, if you shoot this enough times, it will break. And it will be very cool. Darn, it's locked. Do you know why he has to manually reload it for each bullet? Because that's the way the gun is made. Hey, what's that on the television? These are some cool magazines. Cool. All right. Look at that shadow. Look at that shadow, bro. Look at that shadow! Bro, that's crazy!
Freeze. Freeze.
There we go. By the way, the game feels like $1 million. It feels absolutely fucking incredible to play. Like, you wouldn't, like, it's so smooth. This roll is pretty good. Also, look at those footsteps. Check this out, though. Bet you haven't seen this before. Oh, I fucked it. I'll show it to you later. Otacon? That's a surveillance camera.
Snake, there's a surveillance camera in place. Once you're in its field of view, an alarm will go off. You can't afford to be seen. You can also use the chaff grenade to set up some electronic interference. The camera will be ineffective for a while. There's a blind spot right beneath the camera. Use it to buy some time.
I don't have a chaff grenade. Also, unfortunately, because this is just a suppressive rifle, suppressive handgun, that doesn't work. So we'll have to do this. This is a little baby tutorial for how to do this sneaking shit. Just a little baby tutorial. Oh, my rations are full, bro. That closet has chaff in it? Which closet? Really? Oh, it gave me a little reward. Thanks, Hog Destroyer. Ooh, getting scary now. Ah.
Snake, wait! Don't move!
I see it. Some kind of device on both sides of the hall. Infrared sensors?
Right, and they're linked to...
Let me guess. Semtex.
Oh no!
Exactly. Plastic explosives. If you trip the sensors...
I'll be sleeping with the fishes, along with this entire ship.
That sounds about right. There aren't that many infrared beams. Maybe you can get past those without setting off the explosives. If you need to see exactly where the beams are, you can use the usual method. There's a fire extinguisher over there. Break it open and try scattering some of the extinguishing chemicals.
Or I could smoke. But we're not gonna do that. You know why? Because smoking is wrong. The orange! What's that? A cardboard box.
Snake, that's the pantry where they keep the food supplies. Huh. Lots of cardboard boxes. You could probably use one to blend in and avoid being discovered.
That's right.
And look, they even have a guy come in to tutorialize you how the box works. Look, you can look at the box. Isn't that crazy? You can look at the box.
Freeze.
Dipshit. All right. So the bummer is that there's literally no reason to ever go in that room. Like, genuinely. Like, there's no reason to ever go in there. Now, we're gonna go in there. But, you know, there's no reason to go in there. Now, they've clearly fucked these poor Marines up. That's not good. Oh, they do have a ration. There's that. And also, there's this. That's crazy. All right, let's get up there. Honk, Shua, sleep on that thing? God damn it, Baconator.
So it is the Kaslaka. Russian choppers.
Snake, did you find out where that ship is headed?
Yeah, I'm looking at it. 35 degrees longitude, latitude around 58.
More than 500 miles off the coast of the Bermudas, out in the middle of the Atlantic. So the prototype is ready for solo testing. It's basically combat worthy. That area is outside the Second Fleet's operational range, too. It must be a standalone Marine Corps project, which means this prototype Metal Gear must be designed for independent deployment without any naval assistance. Anyway, analysis can wait till later. Snake, you need to go down to the holds and locate the actual metal.
What was that noise? Good night, little caboose.
Shalashashka has landed. I'm on my way to the tanker holds. Report your status.
Control room, communications, and engine room are
can
under
zoom in on the
control.
cutscenes
All entry
for
and exit
no
points
reason.
to the tanker hold secured. Infrared sensors placed and operational.
Good work. Are the explosives in place?
Yes, they are all planted.
Listen, once we have what we came for, the tanker will be scuttled.
And the vehicle's pilot.
He's the only one who underwent the VR training. No one else can do it.
Are you sure you can trust him?
Your part in the mission is complete. You are to leave at once.
No, it's not over yet.
I can see the moon, even in this storm, pale as death. I have a bad feeling about this mission. You swore this to me, that you would leave the unit once the mission was complete. Do not worry, this is a country of liberty.
No, this is where I belong, with the unit. I have nowhere else to go. Father, I want to
Is
stay
that a
and fight.
Makarov?
There is no choice to make here, Olga. Need I remind you that you are carrying my grandchild? You will be on the helicopter out of here now.
Damn it.
Rune God will answer that question in just a second.
freeze. Hands over your head, now!
To answer your question,
Toss your
Room
gun
God.
overboard, slowly.
Yes, they are speaking in Russian, and Snake can understand and speak Russian.
A woman. Show your face.
You men, you're all the same.
Who are you?
We are nomads, wanderers.
I said don't move.
Americans. So you shoot women too.
I'm a nomad too. What else do you have there? Take the knife and toss it. Not there. Toss it overboard. Hold that position. Now, turn around.
You know what you're doing. It stopped raining. Not too shabby, is it? New York, I mean.
Damn.
And that brings our tour to its conclusion.
Scout knife with a surprise. You a Spetsnaz?
I think you deserve a little credit. No one's ever dodged that shot of mine. But no one gets lucky twice, either.
He's armed with non-lethal. Why doesn't he just shoot? Because she's a pregnant, dude.
I've been with the unit since I was born. I grew up on the battlefield. Conflict and victory were my parents. The unit is my life, my family. We've shared everything, all the bad and all the good. I have no one.
Oh my god,
Nothing
I'm
except
trying
you.
to I'm trying to aim towards her location,
Nothing else matters to me.
but it's locking on and it's throwing me.
Whoever you are, you're not stopping us.
Ah! It's I hate it. I hate it, even though it's so reactive. Gene says in the chat, Gene Park that is, this is what Pat means when he says we just need higher res PS2 games for the rest of our lives. Does this game not look incredible? This game came out 23 fucking years ago. Like, do you really need more than this? All your bloom and lens flares can't make up for bad design.
Cipher. Otacon, the ship appears to be under their control. The men have Russian gear, but I haven't been able to find out anything else about their origin.
I know who they are.
You do?
We've ID'd the old man,
Who is he?
Sergei Gerlukovich.
Gerlukovich, one of Ocelot's allies.
Yeah, the GRU colonel. He's the one Ocelot was supposed to meet up with after Shadow Moses.
They're after Metal Gear.
Everything's changed. This is not going to be as simple as we thought.
You could say that. I saw a surveillance remote just now. It looked like the Cipher.
A Marine Cipher T?
No, Army.
First the Marines, Then the Russians, now the army?
You're right. This isn't gonna be simple.
Snake, there's something I have to tell you.
What?
We didn't dig up this info about the new Metal Gear on our own. Not like usual.
How did you find out then?
It was a tip. An anonymous tip.
Anonymous? You've never trusted those. Why would you start now?
I have a younger sister, a stepsister.
Oh, boy.
We have different parents. I only knew her for 2 years.
You've never mentioned her before. So?
The sender of the tip was EE.
EE?
Her name is Emma, but I always call her EE.
Emma? Emmerich?
Yeah, it just caught my eye, you know? I figured it was a coincidence, but I couldn't get it out of my mind.
Bet you couldn't.
There's really no one out there who knows about her.
When was the last time you saw her?
Over 10 years ago.
You think it's a trap? To lure us out here?
I don't know. After I got the tip, I did break into the Pentagon system to get confirmation.
Okay.
Watch your back, Snake. Maybe I screwed up.
I've got a light-equipped USP. I can take them on now. There's no ammo, but it takes a 9mm, just like the Marines' M9. I'll find those somewhere around here.
Don't raise too much racket with that thing.
I won't.
I hear you.
If I remember right, that's how you get her dog tag. Yep. So fun fact, you can hold people up with this, but if you fire the gun and it's empty, they go, oh! Beat your ass. Luna Trislin says, so it's not remastered? No, this is a remaster according to the Xbox 360 version. But as somebody who played Metal Gear Solid 2 in 2001, the HD remaster really just brought it up to the equivalent standard that it had, 20 years ago. Like it wasn't touched up in any way. It didn't need it. It just needed to run at a high resolution. That's it. Luna Drizzlin, thanks for saying my name right. No problem. So Ligma's in chat says, did you see how much money that Marvel Rivals made, but not from Xbox? I did not. What's up with that? Gene says he thinks those numbers are fake. Well, that's that, as far as I'm concerned. Did you see that Halo's going to come to the PlayStation 5? Now that's... Fuck!
Enemy sight. Requesting backup unit.
So fun fact, if you do that fast enough before he finishes, doesn't count. Doesn't count.
Who's that?
Fuck it.
Enemy sight. Requesting backup unit.
I love how they call out their hyper-specific locations.
Snake, get yourself out of sight now. Enemy search parties are on the way. It's a clearing. These aren't sentries you're dealing with. They're searching for you, and they know you don't want to be found. You can't make some feeble attempt at concealment. Make sure you're completely hidden in some place they wouldn't think of searching.
Fuck. Thanks for nothing, Otacon. he didn't trip that.
Return to your positions. Increase security. Understood. Search team to next scene. Secure the stairs.
Why would I play on extreme? I'm streaming and I'm bad at video games. I'm very bad. That's why I have my tiny little dog here to add, you know, flavor. Also, I love him and I don't want to miss him. Ralph from DK says, so why do the Russians speak English? So I just mentioned this earlier, like 5 minutes ago. But yeah, Snake's like ability to speak Russian and any other language you encounter is going to mentally translate it for the viewer.
Attack team, come back at once. Guard team, stay alert.
Fuck. It's okay. I did it. This is normal. By the way, now that I have this, it does have a real use. Awesome.
Freeze.
So if you hold down L1, by the way, you can run while aiming.
Kill me.
Oh my god, you got a dog tag? But what if I looked at your
Don't kill me.
penis? Thank you. Did you notice that you can momentarily daze an enemy by shooting the exclamation point in first person? I did not know that. How are the ice cubes doing? All melted. All right, let's roll, gang. Oh.
Hey, Snake, you found a handgun.
It's a decent one. USP.
The USP fires real bullets, not the knockout rounds the M9 uses. You know that, right? The USP isn't equipped with a suppressor either. If you fire it when there are enemies nearby, they'll probably hear it. Keep that in mind. Having the USP will make combat easier, but being undetected is still the best way to go, okay?
Why are you able to do so much of that shit? Stupid. I think it's cool, though. Excellent. Huh. Must be the other side. Oh. You're right, that's the stinky guard.
Raven.
Oh. As you can see, all individually rendered balls. I'm well aware you can beat up locker doors.
Freeze.
No. That's one. How do you zoom with this thing? Whatever.
I'll explain how to use the camera. That digital camera you have was specially made to take pictures of the prototype Metal Gear. When a picture is taken, the screen data is first stored in the camera's internal memory. Then it's automatically processed through various algorithms to protect against tampering. Each picture is electronically stamped and distinctively encrypted. So in the off chance that someone alters the data during transmission, we'll know immediately. Oh, there's a limit to the internal memory's capacity. If the memory becomes full, overwrite the pictures you don't need anymore. When you're ready to take a shot, use LB and RB to scroll left or right among the picture previews at the bottom of the screen.
Thank you. All right, one down. Let's keep it going. What was that noise? Gotcha. Shame on you. You're all having a good old nap time. Very sleepy. Very. How many times will Pat miss? A lot. Pat misses a lot in this game. His enemies move their heads around. Not that guy, though. By the way, if you knock a guy out from a far distance and then rummage him around by carrying him really hard, he actually will wake up so you can get his dog tag. I just love this area. It's so goddamn cool. And that's all she wrote. Everybody doing a nap time. What's up here, I wonder? Shit!
Repair of the entranceway to the engine room on the port side is complete. We'll return to position following patrol of the small room on the port side.
So, by the way, if you use the wet box, they'll notice that it doesn't belong.
Freeze.
Good job, bud. Now the dick. Excellent. Yes. All right, so don't let me run forward.
Snake, there's another set of infrared sensors in place. If you touch that, the explosives will detonate and that ship will be pulverized.
Got it.
I'm not in the mood to go sleep with the fishes, but there are too many sensors. Looks like I'll have to find another way.
No need to worry. There's a way through. Take a close look. Do you see the thing with blinking green lights right next to the explosives? That's the control unit for the sensors. Destroy that, and the sensors stop functioning. You can't get in close enough to touch it, so you'll have to shoot it out. But the M9's knockout rounds won't work. The USP you picked up should do the trick. Use that gun.
Okay. So you're like, how bad could the sensors be? They could be pretty bad, actually. All right. Sensors are cleared. Let's roll.
Verrazano Bridge checkpoint passed. All non-essential personnel report to the holds in 10 minutes' time for the scheduled briefing session with the Commandant. You are ordered to continue manning your posts until that time.
I think it's wild how Snake has already failed the mission.
Oh, you need to save? Just a second.
Like, genuinely, he has fucked it up. How so? Snake has to get off the tanker before the Verrazano
Another Chinese
Bridge.
proverb. Those who look to the heavens prosper. Those who defy it are no more. Do you know this one? The meaning here is... hold on a second. That you can only survive as long as you're a part of the natural order of things. You remember pre-ripped jeans? Manufacturers thought that just because people loved old, broken-in jeans, they would want to buy new jeans that looked old. So they purposefully...
What do jeans have to do with nature and order?
Denim should fray and rip on its own, naturally, right? Some designers tried to go against that, and no one bought them. The earnings report from that fiscal year is enough of a proof.
Earnings?
What's the stock market? I don't understand. You know, before we go, Oh my god, look, it's the steam. And the steam will dissipate. That's crazy. This hiding spot is of no use, by the way. It's completely useless. Huh. That's... I don't... This should happen normally. Oh, lean. My mistake.
Freeze.
So I forgot that if you're here and you do this... Oh, I guess not. That pipe's supposed to fall over and scare you. Don't listen to your music, bud. Got it. Let's do it. Excellent. Run into the camera, Snake. It's cool. It's cool as fuck.
We have sealed the stern hatch. The lift is also under our control.
We're on the foredeck, about to descend to the holds.
Sir, the Marine Commander has started his speech already.
We will complete the preparations before the end of the speech.
All communications to the holds have been severed. No one is aware of our presence.
Let no one down into the holds until we are out.
Yes, sir. We will secure your exit with our lives if necessary.
There is one more thing.
Yes, sir.
My daughter, keep her safe.
Yes, sir.
Oh, shit.
Who goes there?
Fuck you. Fuck. Oh, God! God. Gotcha. Don't worry about it. I'm not. No, why would I go for a non-lethal run, man? Non-lethal's for funsies, not for realsies. Liquid was right.
Who goes there? Oh, Shalashaska. Why are you here? We thought you were with the Colonel. What the?
The Colonel will be joining you soon, comrade.
Oh no, he's double crossing people again. Oh shit.
Snake, are you in yet? Have you made it to the holds?
It's taking longer than I expected. We've already passed the Verrazano Bridge.
All right, we'll use another recovery point.
They may be planning to change course.
What?
The exits to the deck are all sealed.
What are they planning?
If they get Metal Gear, we're going right off the fringe.
You're all familiar with the Shadow Moses.
The men down here are definitely Marines.
The current state of nuclear...
If the deck is sealed off, they have no way of knowing that the ship's been taken over.
Remember,
I'm not interested in fighting these guys. The weapons won't do me much good here.
Can you see Metal Gear?
No. I'll have to go around to the bow. They have some serious defenses here. I doubt the recent arrivals want to blast their way through the Marines either.
Wonder where they're headed?
I don't know. Not the beach, that's for sure.
Okay, Snake. Let's go over this one more time. Use this camera to get photographic evidence of the Metal Gear prototype. Now do your thing and take pictures that speak louder than the government's plausible denials. We need 4 shots. Metal Gear from the front right, and front left, and a close-up of the Marine Corps marking.
Marking?
There should be a Marine's insignia on the body of Metal Gear. Just let someone try explaining away a clear shot of that.
Photoshop?
All right.
There's actually one little thing.
Just spit it out. I'm used to things going wrong.
It looks like someone's monitoring our transmission.
Who?
I don't have a clue. All they're doing is watching. It would creep me out less if they tried to interfere with our communications.
Could it have something to do with that cipher we saw?
Maybe. I've switched the encryption protocol for our burst transmission for now. What I want to do is use a different method for sending these photos, just in case.
Instead of using the codec?
Exactly. There's a workstation in the southeast corner of the block where Metal Gear is housed. I've made arrangements so that you can send the pictures from the machine.
Arrangements?
I hitched a ride on Link 16 into U.S. military's proprietary network. Managed to get into that workstation and overwrote a part of the system software so I could remote install a little app I wrote.
Why bother with anything that complicated?
No, it's pretty simple, really. Look, all you have to do is stand in front of the machine and push the action button. The app will automatically launch and download the image data from the camera, split the files, and encrypt them individually. The data packets can then masquerade as...
Okay. So all I have to do is push the action button in front of the computer once I have the pictures, right?
Well, sure, if you put it that way. And one more thing. The Commandant's already begun his speech, but you need to get the pictures before he's done talking. Otherwise, they'll spot you, okay?
How much time do I have?
I hacked into his personal files and took a look at the text of that speech. I'd say you have 7 more minutes. Longer if he throws in a joke or two.
A 7-minute time limit, huh?
Remember, Snake, just the photos, okay?
With these kinds of odds, I won't be making any sudden moves. But that doesn't mean we can just let Metal Gear be hijacked.
Okay, but first the photos.
All right, we'll deal with the rest when we get there.
Stay low.
We initiate.
So, fun fact, the gentleman who is playing the Marine commander here, Scott Dolph, I believe is the translator, the primary translator for this game. I think he went over the script. He is also the gentleman who wrote the lyrics to the Zone of the Enders 2 song, Beyond the Bounds.
The development of Metal Gear Ray as a countermeasure to these pirated weapons forces. The only thing that can stand up to a Metal Gear is, of course, another Metal Gear. With Ray, the hundreds, if not thousands, of Metal Gears that exist all over the world are no longer a threat. The blind rush to nuclear proliferation will be contained, and it will be the Marine Corps and our Ray that will accomplish this. At the moment, every industrialized nation on the globe knows the specifications of Metal Gear.
Darn! So if you walk in front of the projector, they catch you.
Respond! Snake! Snake!
And you get a very classic Metal Gear Solid 1 game over. Very classic.
We initiated development of Metal Gear Ray as a countermeasure to these pirated weapons forces. The only thing that can stand up to a Metal Gear is, of course, another Metal Gear. With Ray, the hundreds, if not thousands, of Metal Gears that exist all over the world are no longer a threat. The blind rush to nuclear proliferation will be contained, and it will be the Marine Corps and our Ray that will accomplish this. At the moment, every industrialized nation on the globe knows the specifications for Metal Gear. Worse yet, so do a number of rogue states. They are all working on deploying their own Metal Gear force to compete with the U.S.'s nuclear strike capability. The world is about to see a swarm of these Metal Gear derivatives. Some say that the strategic importance of aircraft carriers will be reduced by the completion of Ray. The opposition from the Navy is an undeniable fact. There's a lot of pressure from Navy brass, especially those with submarine and air background. Not to mention interference from a major player. But this project is vital to the Marine Corps. The enemy is sometimes closer to home than you think, gentlemen.
Much closer.
Always bear that in mind. This weapon will render all other Metal Gears obsolete. Nations building up their own Metal Gear force would think twice about their nuclear strategy in the light of the military dominance spelled out by Ray. The shift in the balance of power will mean a new world order. And we, in the light of the military dominance spelled out by Ray. The shift in the balance of power will mean a new world order. And we, the Marine Corps, will play a central role in its military affairs. Some say that the strategic importance of aircraft carriers will be reduced by the completion of Ray. The opposition from the Navy is an undeniable fact. There is a lot of pressure from Navy brass, especially those with submarine and air background. Not to mention interference from a major player. But this project is vital to
I'm not doing this, by the way. This is a fucking
cutscene. The enemy is
cutscene.
sometimes closer to home than you think, gentlemen. Always bear that in mind. Ours is not the only military project devoted to Metal Gear development, but it cannot be more different in nature from the Navy.
Snake, you okay? Snake! Snake!
Darn.
Not to mention interference from a major player. But this project is vital to the Marine Corps.
Would you
The
even
enemy is
think you
sometimes
could do
closer
this?
to home than you think, gentlemen. Always bear that in mind. This weapon will render all other Metal Gears obsolete. Nations building up their own Metal Gear force will think twice about their nuclear strategy.
I love that I'm seeing people go, wait, what? What? This game's incredible.
The shift in the balance of power will mean a new world order. We, the Marine Corps, will play a central role in its military affairs. Ours is not the only military project devoted to Metal Gear development, but it cannot be more different in nature from the Navy's. Theirs is a program that will add fuel to the uncontrolled fire of nuclear proliferation.
I think it's awesome that I remember hearing him talk about the Navy's Metal Gear project, and I didn't think about it at all. I literally only picked up on it on replay.
It is a fact that players in favor of such a policy are attempting to derail our own raid project. But I promise you that they will not succeed.
What did the Navy make? I mean, we'll find that out later.
You must be tense. Let's do a little stretching, shall we?
And the timer stops when he adds jokes or asides.
You're all familiar with the Shadow Moses incident during the Sears administration. The current state of nuclear proliferation is a direct result of that event.
Metal Gear.
I said the thing, he said it! Oh my goodness. Did you hear that, Boos?
I have a daughter.
You sure do.
And it is my greatest wish never to have her or her children experience the horror of nuclear war. As a father, I want to leave a better world for the future generation. As a soldier, I know that. Metal Gear Ray is amphibious, unlike the Army's Rex, which can cruise deep underwater, move in undetected and make its landing on any shoreline. Its onboard joint tactical information distribution system identifies targets with unerring accuracy and takes them out with massive firepower. It is the ultimate weapon, and it is yours to guard. I'd like you all to think about what that means. I have a daughter, and it is my greatest wish never to have her or her children experience the horror of nuclear war.
I love that he just repeats part of his speech canonically.
A better world for the future generation. As a soldier, I know that is.
I also like the Marines fall asleep standing up if they're at attention. Isn't that great?
I seem to be repeating myself.
Oh shit!
But up to old age. This new model of good is called Ray, after the great Manta Ray. Our Ray has a sting that nature never gave the Manta. With this latest Metal Gear, we can rule the sea and land as we never have before. George Sears surrendered his presidency in the aftermath of Shadow Moses. The official reason given did not, of course, include the development of Metal Gear Rex and next generation nuclear.
Good.
But even you will have heard rumors that he was forced to resign after the failed cover-up costed his influence in the political community. This turned out to be longer than expected. At ease. Rest a little.
Good.
That was really quite unfortunate. That was quite unfortunate.
I have a daughter.
Oh, you don't want nuclear war? What a pussy.
Experience the horror of nuclear war. As a father, I want to leave a better world for future generations.
You know, I have a little boy. I have a son. I also do not want nuclear war for my son. However, the idea that if you didn't have a son, you'd be good with nuclear war is insane.
Its onboard joint tactical information distribution system.
Like what,
identifies
bro?
targets with unerring accuracy and takes them out with massive firepower. It is the ultimate weapon, and it is yours to guard. I'd like you all to think about what that means.
I'd like to think about this. Loading MGX. It's like the MSX. Police not Scott. Oh, the name of the program is Spite.
So, any codec moments from you, Snake? The first image is... It needs to be a little more clear. What we need is top-notch quality here.
Darn!
And the next one is... It's almost right, but not quite. We can't use this. The next one's... Sorry, but this doesn't work. I hate to ask, but can you try again? Next up is... This is great. The Marines lettering shows up really well. The next one's... Okay, that's good. The
Oh, I
shot
kept
from the
the
right
photos.
is in the bag. So, what's the last one gonna be? Okay, this works. It's a great front view.
Interesting.
This new model of Metal Gear is codenamed Ray, after the great Manta Ray. Our Ray has a sting that nature never gave the Manta.
Would I like some photo
With this
Easter
latest
eggs?
Metal Gear, we can rule the sea and land as we
Sure.
never have before.
What do you got?
George Sears surrendered his...
You get two of the Commandant.
presidency in the aftermath of Shadow Moses. The official reason given did not, of course, include the development of Metal Gear Rex and next-generation nuclear warheads.
You can see Ocelot from the second floor. Really? I don't think I can get back up to the second floor, though.
Cover-up costing his influence in the political community.
Yeah, I don't think I can anymore. How do you zoom in?
We have intelligence that there are anti-Metal Gear terrorists planning to target the ship.
Aha.
Intruder to the left. Intruder to the right. Intruder to the left. Should that actually happen, I expect you to be prepared. We cannot and will not give up Ray. Stay on your guard.
All right, Otacon, what do we got?
Okay, I'm receiving the images. Okay, first up. Hey, this is the Marine Commandant. Are you a fan or something?
Yeah.
Okay, what am I seeing now? The Commandant again. Look, if you like him so much, I'll print this out and make a panel out of it. Put it over your bed or something.
Would you please stop sending me pictures of the Commandant? Stop.
At all times.
Oh my god, stop. Oh my god.
Getting back to the topic at hand. The Metal Gear Rex development on Shadow Moses was supposedly the first preparatory measure taken against the future possibility of reduced nuclear defense capability. NMD technology leaked to other nations would make that contingency likely. But if this theory is correct, it means that there was a calculated intent to cash in on this opportunity by specific interests within the military-industrial complex. We are here today
even
to
after it
flush out
stands.
and rid our country of these corrupting forces. That is our mission. You will bear that in mind. It is an undeniable fact that there is a force at work in our government and within the military, seeking to control national affairs to suit its own.
Is that true? Are you talking about the motherfucking deep state? Yes, actually.
Okay, I'm receiving the images. The first one I'm seeing is... You're a pretty good photographer. We can definitely use this left shot. Okay, now we have all the photos. Snake, the speech is about to wind up. Forget the photos and get out of there now.
Guess what time it is, Boos?
We, the Marines, will lead the charge into a new world order with Metal Gear Ray. That is all. Dismissed.
Excellent speech, my friend.
Who the?
Gift of the silver tongue. They say it's the mark of a good officer. And of a liar. Americans are too in love with the sound of their own voice to speak the truth.
Identify yourself.
I am Shalashaska, also called Revolver Ocelot.
What do you want?
This machine will be quite useful.
What are you planning to do? Steal this thing?
Steal? No, I'm taking it back.
That was a weird little digital hiccup when he started to talk. Almost like our speech will be affected in the incoming hours.
Nobody move. Understood? This ship now carries enough Simtex on its key structural points to blow it out of the water at the touch of this button. That's right. No one has to die needlessly.
He says. planning to kill many people needlessly.
We're almost at the target. Get a move on.
What do you intend to do with Ray? Sell it on the streets?
I was raised in Snezinsk, formerly known as Chelyabinsk 70, the nuclear research outpost.
What are you talking about?
After the Cold War ended, my home was bought out by the Americans.
Is there a point to this sad story?
Now you would understand. Land, friends, dignity, all sold to the highest bidder, the United States of America. Even the technology that gave birth to these weapons is Russian, developed by us.
That's true. That is true.
What do you intend to do?
Russia will rise again. And Ray is the key.
I regret to inform you that I have no intention of selling Metal Gear.
What?
As I said, I came to take it back. Yes, returned to the Patriots.
Huh, crazy.
The Lale Lule Lo.
Crazy how he can say that.
How's that possible?
And other people can't say that.
Have you sold us out?
I was never in your employ, Golukovich.
Are you still in league with Solidas?
No hard feelings, Colonel. Mother Russia can rot for all I care.
Since when, Ocelot? When did you turn?
I'm glad you noticed, comrade. I abandoned her during the Cold War.
Ah!
Metal Gear only has room for one! Golukovich, you and your daughter will die here.
Damn you!
Oh, he's gonna do something cool!
Sergei, looks like you were long overdue for retirement.
Traitorous dog!
Yo, that's crazy. What's gonna happen?
Show's over. If you wish to live, I suggest you run now. This ship is still in the lower New York harbor. You may yet make it to shore if you swim for your life.
Oh, he's blowing it up! Oh, no! Oh, we fucked it, Otacon. We really fucked it. Maybe I should have done something in that cutscene.
Don't let him get away!
Wow, all these Marines can't hit a single guy slowly walking? That's weird. Speaking of weird. Bro, what?
It's been a while, brother.
What?
you?
You know who I am.
Liquid?
Not so young anymore, eh, Snake? You're drowning in time. I know what it's like, brother. No wonder Naomi passed you over for the Fox Dive program. Ouch! Get out of my mind, Liquid! The price of physical prodigy. Few more years and you'll be another dead clone of the old man. Our raw materials are vintage, brother. Big Boss was in his late 50s when they created his copies. But I live on through this arm!
Liquid's arm.
There's so much to talk about with that arm. There's so much to talk about with that. This is where you're like, is that a goddamn orbital frame, brother? I forgot how wild the first, like, 90 minutes of this game are. Like, it's absolutely fucking crazy how much shit happens in this 90 minutes. And he stomps him, just like he stomped Great Fox. Yeah, no shit, huh? I love its compressed water beam. So fucking cool.
Snake!
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 Oh my god. Snake just fucking die. Nice, okay.
No problems. Proceeding as planned, sir.
So much to talk about with that arm. It will include spoilers for the series.
Yes, at the location we discussed. Yes, I have photographic evidence of Snake on the scene. The cipher was most useful. I look forward to tomorrow morning's news flash. I would say the Marine Corps' plans are on indefinite hold. Yes, of course, Mr. President.
Can you believe it? I would like to save the game. But before we do that, now would be a good time for me to take a small break and take the dog out. But before that, isn't that fucking crazy? Isn't that shit fucking bananas? Holy fuck. And that was also the demo. That was the demo you could play in Zone of the Enders. It's not going to let me fucking take a break, is it? Oh, yeah! Fuck me!
Snake, do you remember the sinking of that tanker 2 years ago?
Of course.
Terrorists blow a hole in an oil tanker full of crude barely 20 miles off the shore of Manhattan. Your classic nightmare.
That's not what happened.
It didn't take long for the government to put an oil fence around the whole mess. And then that massive offshore cleanup facility went up inside.
The big shell. I hear the cleanup isn't quite over yet.
It takes time. But in the meantime, the shell's become a landmark, a symbol of environmental protection.
Calling teams Alpha and Bravo. Deploy at the big shell as scheduled.
Approximately 6 hours ago, the big shell was seized by an armed group.
Do we have an ID?
Former members of the Navy SEAL Special Anti-Terrorist Training Squad Dead Cell. Russian private army members may also be involved. It's a highly trained group, and they have the big shell under complete control.
Hey, that looks like Mother Base.
Come in from downwind and call it fast. Get ready to fast rope down to Shell 1. 5 minutes to ETA. Also, your top priority is to rescue and safeguard the President. Team Bravo, watch out for Stillman's back and get those C4s disarmed.
What are their demands?
$30 billion.
$30 billion? What makes them think they can get that much?
There was a government-sponsored tour going on at the big shell that day.
Hostages, huh?
A VIP from one of the major conservation groups, and one from our own government. The most important person, in a sense.
The most important person?
James Johnson.
The president?
Have you not been
Unless
briefed?
the demands are met, the terrorists intend to blow the big shell out of the water.
And the crude will ignite, turning the Manhattan Harbor into an inferno.
That's not the worst-case scenario. If the chlorides being used to decontaminate the seawater go up with the oil, toxins containing catastrophic levels of dioxins will be released. In other words, the bay's ecosystem will be wiped out, and the sea will turn into a toxic soup for centuries, becoming the worst environmental disaster in history.
Oh, that's crazy.
You have 2 mission objectives. 1, infiltrate the offshore decontamination facility Big Shell and safeguard the
Snake
president
looks
and other
really
hostages.
skinny.
And 2, disarm the terrorists by any means necessary. that SEAL Team 10 is also conducting a rescue operation.
Is this a joint effort?
No. Foxhound remains a covert body. Don't alert them to your presence. That is an order.
Huh.
This is Snake. I'm now inside Strut A of Shell 1.
How are things?
We're in luck. Looks like there are no sentries posted here.
What's the visibility?
The lights on the plant struts are functioning. I won't have to use the IR goggles.
Any problems?
There was a brand new hole cut through the oil fence. There's someone else besides me that wanted to get in badly.
That's not possible.
What about SEAL Team 10?
They landed on the roof of the big shell as planned. And by the way, Snake, we're changing your code name for all following communication.
Huh, really?
What's wrong with Snake?
Just a precaution. You are now designated Raiden.
Oh.
All
Why would
right,
they change
Raiden.
Snake's code
You've
name?
already covered infiltration and
Raiden's
VR training.
cool, though.
I've completed 300 missions in VR. I feel like some kind of legendary mercenary.
Okay, we'll skip that part.
Make sure nobody sees you. If you need to, contact me by codec. The frequency is 140.85. When you want to use the codec, push the back button. When we need to reach you, contact you, the codec will beep. When you hear that noise, press the back button. The codec's receiver directly stimulates the small bones of your ear. No one but you will be able to hear it.
All right.
Well, this sounds
I'll
like
contact you if anything
like
changes.
Campbell's reading off a script.
First, make your way to the upper section of the big shell.
How do I get up to the next level?
There's an elevator at the far end of that area. Use that.
Sounds good.
Your new sneaking suit uses electrofiber technology, a byproduct of fiber optics research. The texture isn't far removed from rubber, but the material protects against a wide range of toxic substances. The suit itself has a wide array of built-in sensors. It is referred to as smart skin in military R&D. Data about damage to different regions of the body, including blood loss, is exchanged between the suit and the intravenous nanomachines to create a feedback system.
There's a lot of pressure on my torso.
Relax. The suit applies varying pressure to major internal organs to maximize performance and safeguard their functions. They call this the skull suit in Foxhound.
Skull suit seems appropriate somehow.
The hatch with a circular handle will open into the elevator area. Locate the hatch first.
Copy that. Moving on to main mission objectives.
Cool. Weird. Let's call Campbell again.
You could probably get in down there if you crawl. If you hide well, you can probably escape when being pursued by the enemy. Whenever you crawl into a narrow space, the camera will automatically switch to intrusion view.
Push the left stick up to move forward, down to move back. Push left and right to turn in those directions.
Keep an eye on the enemy and proceed undercover at all times. You absolutely cannot afford to be spotted. Unlike in VR training, you can use your gun from intrusion view in the field. Keep that in mind.
No doubt. Hey, look at these weird bugs. I hope they don't come up later. Also, I hate cephalopods. I just want everyone to know that. I think they're gross, and I hate them. Oh, a snake can do a cartwheel now? Needs a different kick? That's crazy. Sorry, I mean ride, obviously.
Got your feet wet? These are the basic controls for swimming. Stroke the water and move forward by pushing the punch button. Push it in rapid succession to swim faster.
Change your heading with the left stick. Up will take you up, down takes you lower, left and right to face those directions.
The O2 gauge will appear under your life gauge while you're underwater. The gauge corresponds to the amount of air you can hold from a single deep breath. Once the O2 gauge falls to 0, the life gauge will start to drop. You need to be aware of that.
Oh, thanks. Thanks, sir. That's crazy. Isn't Isn't there a... There we go. So he says I won't need to use the thermal goggles, but what he actually means is I fucking left the thermal goggles down there because I'm an idiot. Look at that booty, man. Damn. Hey, ration. Good. Oh, I'm stuck. Weird. Yes. I will now take a break while you guys can get a good look at Raiden's booty, if you'll excuse me.
Let's go. Let's go.
Welcome back, everybody. It's me. Let's get in there. Hey, another ration. Cool. Oh, that's weird. Who beat that guy up?
Colonel, I've sighted an enemy sentry. AN-94 and a Makarov. Those grenades, all his equipment, is Russian-made.
Must be a Gorlukovich man.
Gorlukovich?
A Russian private army that was in line to work with the Shadow Moses takeover group 4 years ago.
What's their stake in this one?
They must have made a deal, an arrangement with the terrorists. They become a band of mercenaries, an army without a country.
Crazy. I don't have a radar. Wait, what? Is that Snake? But I'm Snake.
Colonel, there's definitely another intruder in here besides me.
That's not a possibility.
Not a team. Looks like a solo job.
One man.
We may not know who he is, but he managed to take care of every sentry in the area. They're all out cold. Whoever he is, he's got some skills.
We need to get an ID. But for now, you can take advantage of the situation and get to work. There's a terminal in front of the elevator. A node.
Did you say nerd?
Not nerd. Node.
Oh,
Use the node to gain access to the Big Shell's facilities network.
Then what?
Pull up the map of the structure. That'll let you activate the Soliton radar.
The Soliton radar? True. That radar came in useful during VR training.
A radar system uses biological magnetic fields as input. These estimated enemy positions are projected onto a map according to reference points collected via GPS signals and field personnel reports. We need to get to the map through the Big Shell's node to put this data processing to practical use. The node unit is about 3 feet high, should be colored blue. Each area has at least one.
How do I gain access?
Just push the action button in front of the node. The nanomachines in your body will take care of the security clearance and allow you access to the node. Complete the procedure before those sentries gain consciousness. If they spot you, you won't be able to gain access for a while. Stay on guard.
Got it.
So Paige and I were talking about the nerd line, and we're pretty convinced that the nerd line plays a lot better in Japanese, where it's
Raiden, you won't be able to use
Nodo and
any of the
Nodo.
enemy's equipment.
Why not?
You should know that all active weapons are equipped with a personal identification
English, it makes no
system.
fucking sense.
The owner enters their required user ID information during the weapon registration or at the start of a mission. If anyone other than the registered user tries to fire the weapon, the ID system
Man, I
will
hope
not
this
authorize
weapon
the
ID
action.
system doesn't become the single most important part of the entire series.
Equipped with identification functionality.
They must have been customized by the terrorists themselves. These are professionals we're dealing with, and they certainly won't let their own equipment be used against them.
I'm guessing it's the same for the Navy SEALs gear?
Right.
How am I supposed to procure weapons then?
Find the ones that haven't yet been individualized. Everything you find in the item box is clean. You should know this from your VR training.
Okay, I know those.
Items in the item box are yours to use at will. They will be your supply source with regards to weaponry and gear.
Thanks, Colonel. Yeah, that's crazy. Oh, my code name. Oh. Oh, type 2, full screen, caption, own view, group. Oh, thanks.
Good work, Raiden.
The radar should be functioning now?
Remember your VR training sessions. The tool is exactly the same one. It maps the terrain as well as the position of enemy personnel. The bright dot in the middle is you, Raiden. The red dots are your enemies, and the blue cone shape represents their field of vision. Your radar isn't affected by the weather, but if you're discovered by an enemy, you won't be able to use it. It gets jammed easily, I'm afraid. It's all made from currently existing technology. You won't be able to use it in an area with strong harmonic resonance, so be careful. The Big Shell's layout map should now be available after touching the Start button.
How do I save the mission data?
I've set aside a proprietary frequency for saves, and an analyst to work on the data too.
Jack, is everything all right?
What are you doing here?
Jack, can you hear me?
Rose, you're not supposed to be involved. What's going on?
Jack, I'm a part of this mission.
Colonel, what the hell is going on?
Raiden, meet the mission analyst. She'll be overseeing the data saving and support.
Why her?
The Foxhound analyst that was supposed to take part in this mission was in an accident. Rosemary was brought in as a replacement.
An accident?
And according to the files, she knows you better than anybody else.
Rose may be in the service, but an intelligence analyst is no field officer.
Not to worry. She has our technical staff at her disposal.
She's never been a part of a field mission. This is insane.
I have my own reasons for selecting her for this mission, soldier.
Colonel, I fail to see...
I know your VR training performance in and out, but sometimes that's not enough. You're familiar with the Shadow Moses incident?
You know I covered it in VR.
If there's a crucial tactical detail that case taught us, it was the power of the operative's will to survive.
I was trained to fight. My personal feelings have no place in a mission.
We've learned that it doesn't work that way. And on the field, you need all the help you can get.
Jack, you're stuck with me whether you like it or not.
God damn it.
You need someone to watch your back. But I have conditions that need to be met, Colonel.
What is it?
I'll perform my duties and save that mission data, but I'm aware that technically I'm not part of the mission control team. After all, I'm just a normal girl who's worried about Jack. But that means, Colonel, that I am not required to follow your orders outside of my immediate duties. Jack is not simply a field personnel for me to track. His safety comes first to me, not the mission. And because of that, I will be monitoring and keeping a record of every communication you have with him, Colonel.
Given the circumstances, you're free to do what you see fit.
Hey, I prefer this to being kept in the dark waiting.
I'd like to make a request, if I may.
Of course.
His handle is Raiden. For the duration of the mission, could you call him that?
Yes, sir. All right, Raiden. Let me know when you're ready to turn in a save. The proprietary save frequency is 140.96. I just switched frequencies. Jack?
What?
Do you know what day it is tomorrow?
April 30th. Is there something special about it?
Isn't there?
I can't remember. I'm sorry.
Oh well. I'll keep trying till I hear the answer. I'm gonna let you go now, Jack. Take care.
Oh, women. Oh crap, they're waking up.
Raiden, the enemy sentry is regaining consciousness.
Be careful, Jack.
Find somewhere to hide until the elevator arrives. You must stay out of sight.
Just had this conversation.
I'm under enemy fire. Secure the perimeter.
Stay on the lookout.
All right.
What the terrorists call themselves
That's not
Sons of
Snake!
Liberty.
Sons of Liberty?
The name of their leader is Solid Snake.
What?
The hero of Shadow Moses? So that's why you changed my code name.
Right, but he can't be the Solid Snake. He died 2 years ago on that tanker after he blew it sky high.
Could he have survived?
Not a chance.
Colonel, I'm on the roof. There are no sentries, but it would only take one to spot me in this light.
You never had daylight VR training after all. Stay extra sharp until you can find a node to log in from.
What about the commandos?
SEAL Team 10 has landed on struts B and C.
And the President?
Seems he was spotted on strut B.
Strut B?
The big shell is comprised of shells 1 and 2. Each unit consists of a central core and 6 struts surrounding it.
So the whole thing is shaped like 2 hexagons connected end on end.
Exactly. And you're on the roof of strut A, shell 1 at the moment. First, get to a node. Log into the network.
Got it.
Yeah, that's crazy. I can't believe we're not playing as Solid Snake. I can't believe it. Ah, I fell in shit. Let's save the game, shall we?
What's up, Jack? Jack, do you remember what day tomorrow is?
That again.
Shut up!
I'm sorry, but I still don't have a clue.
That's okay.
What is it, Rose? Talk to me.
I'd rather you figure it out. It's important.
How important?
Important enough, and we'll talk about it tomorrow.
Why not now?
Tomorrow seems more appropriate. I need all the help I can get so that I won't chicken out anyway.
Is that the reason you decided to be part of this mission? Okay. I'm gonna finish this thing by tomorrow no matter what.
No matter what.
You know I'll do everything I can to help you.
Rose, there's something I need you to do as an analyst.
What is it?
It has to do with Solid Snake. The leader of this takeover incident is claiming that he's Snake himself.
The legendary mercenary?
I need as much data on him as possible. Everything they have on him after the Shadow Moses incident.
He's dead now, isn't he?
Yes. Should be a burial record somewhere, too. You should be able to request top-level security clearance from the Colonel. That should get us into the most classified material.
I'm on it. I'll contact you as soon as I find out something.
Thank you.
Raiden, look at that wire fence. You may be able to crawl through it. Crouch down using the crawl button. Then push the left stick in the direction you want to move. Push the crawl button again to stand up.
You can use weapons even while crawling. This is different from VR training, so you keep that in mind.
That's crazy.
Raiden, SEAL Team 10 is in.
Do we really have no line of communication with the SEALs?
They don't know a thing about us. You know we work in the dark, and this mission is no exception. Only a few people know about your presence here. There's no need for concern. This operation is under Pentagon's direct command, and the NSDD came from the Vice President and the Secretary of Defense. Your mission may be top secret, but it's gone through the usual channels.
No doubt.
It's fascinating to start this area with no codec. Sorry, with no Soliton.
I'll go check the roof. I'll leave the first floor to you, okay? Understood.
Cool moves, Raiden.
Colonel, I've located the node, but it's under heavy surveillance. I can't get in any closer.
Distract them. Try making some noise to draw their attention away.
How?
Flatten yourself against a wall and hit the punch button.
It's weird that we're getting all these tutorials now. After Snake. But hey, whatever. What was that?
Got one, I see. Don't leave him lying around. Hide the body as soon as possible. When his comrades come back from the roof, you don't want him being found. If they do find him, they'll be on the alert and things can get difficult. When you take a hostile down, hide the body where a patrol is unlikely to come around. You can drag an enemy personnel's body. This is how to do it. First, walk up to the body, and with all weapons deselected, press the weapon button to pick it up. As long as you have the weapon button held down, You can move around with the body in your grasp. Release the weapon button to let go of the body.
So, it should be noted that Raiden was literally never shown to the public under any circumstances until you watching the introduction movie of this game. And people finding out that you are not in fact playing Solid Snake for 99% of it, you are in fact playing as Raiden here, was outrageous. And the fact that it's a commentary about how you can't trust media, you can't trust what you see on TV, tying perfectly into the game's theme, A+. A+. Absolutely incredible. Like, Kojima wanted you to get hit by fake news and get totally owned by fake news. And we did. We got super fucking owned.
Raiden, watch out. There are sentries posted on the connecting bridge. They will spot you if you continue on course.
Any recommendations?
Use the hanging mode.
Hanging?
We just
Face
learned
any
about this.
waist-high railing and push the action button to clear the railing and hang over the side. Once there, you can move sideways while keeping out of enemy sight.
All right, I'm giving it a try.
Don't forget the grip gauge. It will keep decreasing during a hanging maneuver, and once it runs out, you will fall.
Copy that.
Wait a second. I just intercepted new intelligence on the operation being executed by SEAL Team 10.
Intercepted?
As I said before, they need to be kept in the dark about our presence.
So we just listen in.
I'm patching it through.
This is Alpha Zero. We have the president. Is he safe? He is safe. What about the package? Tell the guys upstairs that we've secured the package. Easy money. Good work. Your retrieval is on the way. Come on home. Roger that. Holy! Alpha Zero, report. Damn it, cover the president! Come in, Alpha Zero. This is Alpha Zero. We're under attack. This is crazy. Is that... Alpha Zero, respond. All Alpha, respond.
Raiden, the president's life is in danger. Head to Strut B now.
Strut B. Well, this is the... Oh, cool. This fucking map is so dope. I forgot it even existed. Weird there's no pause menu in like it works in the first game, but hey, that's fine. I'm not going to be able to go past that. So those things make noise, by the way. If you step on them. That's crazy, Raiden. That's fucking bananas.
Alpha Zero. Come in, Alpha Zero. All Alpha, come in. What's going on? Alpha, respond.
They're dead, bro. They're dead as fuck. Yeah, that's gross, dude.
What are you?
Five today. Or rather, 6.
I don't know if I can take this guy. He seems pretty tough.
Get down!
Oh, thank God a Marine is here. Or SEAL. Yeah, Navy SEAL.
Where is he?
But he can't shoot that.
Strange smell. You smell like... Are you? It has to be.
Shoot him! What are you waiting for?
Hey, how come he can shoot that guy's gun? I thought we just explained that the SEAL Team 10 members had their guns personalized.
Are you all done cleaning up?
Yes, but wait till I tell you what I found.
Something interesting?
I'll tell you in person. Where are you?
In the central unit with the president.
Be right there.
Yo, that was crazy. I wonder who this guy is.
Hold on. I'm not an enemy. Calm down. My name is Pliskin. Iroquois Pliskin. Lieutenant Junior Grade.
Oh, nice to meet you, Pliskin.
Are you a Navy SEAL? How did you get in?
Fast rope descent from a Navy chopper.
What?
Have I seen you before?
That suit. Are you Foxhound?
That's right.
Blew it.
Foxhound was disbanded.
Huh?
Where were you before Foxhound? Delta Force?
I was part of the Army's Force 21 trials.
Force 21? That's about tactical IT deployment, right? Any field experience?
No, not really.
So this is your first.
I've had extensive training, the kind that's indistinguishable from the real thing.
Like what?
Sneaking mission 60, weapons 80, advanced...
VR, huh?
But realistic in every way.
A virtual grunt of the digital age, that's just great.
That's far more effective than live exercises.
You don't get injured in VR, do you? Every year, a few soldiers die in field exercises.
There's pain sensation in VR and even a sense of reality and urgency.
That's
the only
crazy.
difference is it isn't actually happening.
That's the way they want you to think, to remove you from the fear that goes with battle situations. War is a video game. What better way to raise the ultimate soldier?
So you're saying that VR training is some kind of mind control?
Yeah. Speaking of,
Right.
I mean,
What's going on?
what?
The Alpha team from Navy SEAL 10 is dead. No, a single survivor.
The kid's wired with nanomachines.
What about the president?
Looks like they took him somewhere else.
I see. You said there was a survivor from SEAL Team 10.
Yeah, Lieutenant J.G. Pliskin.
Has he seen your face?
What?
This is a top secret mission. No one can know that we're involved.
It's a little too late for that.
Gene, your roommates joined the army based off of Metal Gear.
What's up?
Take a look.
Gene, your roommates were fucking morons.
What the hell?
A Navy captain.
Oh no!
You all right?
Give me a few minutes. Must have lost a few more pints than I thought.
Smoking.
What was that man just now?
That blood-sucking freak?
He's a guy who loves dick.
That was Vamp. He's Romanian, a wizard with knives, as you saw.
The way he moved didn't seem human.
You won't see that in VR, I guarantee.
What is he?
One of the members of Dead Cell.
Dead Cell? Him?
A special forces unit created by ex-President George Sears. The name was originally intended to reflect its anti-terrorist functions. The unit would launch unannounced assaults on government
I
complexes
just realized,
for the ultimate terrorism
remembered rather, that
simulation.
George
They were
Sears
needed
founded
to show
Dead Cell.
VR troopers like you how to deal with the real thing. But around the time their original leader died in prison, the unit began to unravel. They were always close to the edge, but they became more and more extreme, began to go after U.S. allies, even civilians. We estimate that no fewer than 100 people died as a result of accidents the Dead Cell arranged on their own. They were out of control, and it all came to a head 6 months ago.
What happened?
The unit was devastated. There are only 3 left now, and you just saw one of them.
Why would they go after the big shell?
How should I know? I told you they were on the lunatic fringe.
What about their leader? He says he's Solid Snake.
Snake died 2 years ago.
You mean the incident that made this big shell necessary in the first place?
Right, and he was the one that sank that tanker.
But he's a legend.
Legends are usually bad news. There's not a lot of difference between heroes and madmen.
Hey, that's the trailer we watched
You're
earlier
saying
today.
Snake is still alive and pulled another one?
Was that trailer?
No, he's not involved in this one. His body
The
was
narrative
positively ID'd 2 years ago.
concocted for the public?
Snake is dead.
Were we watching
buried.
fake news?
What about the other soldiers? I saw Russian equipment too.
Former Soviet military. They're probably mercenaries. The big shell is too much ground for just dead cell members to hold down. You weren't briefed on any of this? And you came in alone to boot? Why? What are you really doing here? Can't tell me, huh? Fine with me.
I don't smoke.
Good for
Keep
you.
it anyway. May come in handy. Take this too.
Come in, Alpha Zero. This is Bravo Zero, currently at the bridge between struts B and C. The President is... Damn, I can't hit this thing. It's like some bad dream. Alpha, anyone, come in, all Alpha. This is Bravo Zero.
Aren't you going to answer him?
Nah, man. I'm tired.
The BC connecting bridge.
We need to get there. Can you handle it?
I need a few more minutes. Remember my frequency. It's 141.80.
141.80. Got it.
I've been briefed on
Oh,
this
he's like
plant's
Master
layout.
Miller.
If you need information on the place or about Dead Cell, contact me. You're using nano communication, right?
Yeah, but I can patch into your frequency.
Hey, what's your name?
Raiden.
Raiden? Strange code name.
Makes up for the boring one my parents gave me.
Maybe I'll find out someday.
Raiden's a very interesting code name for foxhound because it's not an animal. See that cool shit, bro? Should I have gotten the tranquilizer gun by now? It's on strut F, but it's not natural to have gotten it. Okay.
Jack, do you need to save?
I do need to save, but can you please shut the fuck up? Can you please be quiet with your mouth?
Rose, are you okay?
Yes, thank you. It really scared me at first, but I think I've gotten used to it. I'll be behind you all the way, so don't worry.
I guess women really are strong.
Not quite.
No.
It's not women that are strong. It's me.
No, not
Just
women.
as long as I can count
says
on you.
Rose.
Actually,
I am the only
that's not
strong
true.
woman.
It still scares me to death.
I hate other women,
but I'll be
says
strong.
Rose.
I'll try.
Only me.
For you. Good luck.
The fuck is that? Hey, what happens if I do this?
I wouldn't do that if I were you.
Wow, those reflexes are pretty good, Mr. Pliskin. Yeah, you are right there. Malco Braccolini says, fun fact, Dead Cell was inspired by a real-life military unit called Red Cell. They'd infiltrate bases to test their security until it was disbanded after 1999, after its founder went to jail for conspiracy and fraud. Oh, interesting. So of note here, that I'm currently forgetting, please. No, come back to my mind. No. Fuck. The arm. I want to talk to you people about the goddamn arm in just a second.
He's asleep?
So the arm that Revolver Ocelot is running around with, it's been unclear for a long time, like what the deal with that is and if it is real. Is that actually ghosts? MGS3 put forth the idea that Ocelot's genetic predisposition to be able to talk to ghosts is what makes him able to receive information from the arm and get taken over. MGS4, he is rocking a synthetic arm. Huh. And you're like, wait, what? What's happening? Whoa, shit! What's that noise? The actual stated reason is that in MGS2, the arm is real, and he is being mind-controlled by ghosts. He then later removes it and replaces it with a synthetic arm, but because it's useful to his goals, hypnotizes himself to believe that the arm is still controlling him via ghosts.
That's a transformer board over there. You can open and close the door by pushing the action button when you're in front of the door.
Jack, what's going on? Answer me! Jack? Jack!
Damn, that's crazy. See that crazy shit, dog? That was nuts. That was bananas. If the arm is useful enough to self-hypnotize, why remove it? No, it was not hypnotizing him. It was actually fully controlling his body through Liquid's ghost. But for the master plan of Metal Gear Solid 4, he needed to believe he was Liquid for reasons that I genuinely don't understand. Real sneaky there, Ryan. Wow, that reason is really dumb, Super Senpai, but hey.
What the hell is that?
Come, put me out of my misery.
This is impossible. Nothing will hit her. Is she the one they call Fortune?
Like how it would have been really easy to kill the president by accident. But because of the way those bullets are arcing.
The president! Ready grenades!
Here it is. A dud?
Today is another bad day. Is there anyone here that can give me happiness? I'm so sorry, my beauties. I'll see you again someday.
Damn, she killed all the horrible flying rats. What the fuck, Colonel?
Colonel, SEAL Team 10's Bravo team was wiped out.
I see.
What happened to the cargo choppers?
Both of them are at the bottom of the harbor. Looks like your new hosts have a Harrier too.
A Harrier? What is this?
Calm down. It just means they anticipated the attack.
What?
Besides, since the SEALs drew their fire, your infiltration went off without a hitch. On top of that, we know their defensive capabilities.
Are you saying this was all a feint?
Raiden, get a hold of yourself. The entire mission is in your hands now. Do you understand?
But...
There's no time for questions. They could decide to retaliate for that failed assault.
You mean the hostages?
They could be in danger, yes. But we need to consider the possibility that they'll blow the whole shell. If that toxic spell does take place, it'll devastate not only the harbor, but poison the coastline for generations. Raiden, we've had to adjust the mission objectives. The priority is now on removing those C4s that the terrorists wired over the big shell. The president can
And
wait,
his dialogue
but
is
this
so
can't.
unnatural.
Colonel,
He did
you
such
know
an
I'm no
incredible
bomb
job.
disposal expert.
That's not a problem. The Bravo team brought an explosives pro in with them. He was supposed to stand by on Strut C according to their mission plan. You should find him there.
Is this according to simulation 2?
What are you talking about? Get to Strut C and find him.
Understood. But I need to ask you something before I go.
Make it quick.
Who are they? Dead Cell, I mean. They couldn't hit her no matter how hard they tried. And that vampire, too, it's like being in a nightmare you can't wake up from.
Jack, snap out of it.
And you, Rose, I can't believe you're on this mission. I keep thinking I'll wake up.
Raiden, this is real. And that's why you won't wake up.
But nothing seems real.
I've made up my mind to stay with you. Whether this is real or a bad dream, I'll keep watching you till it's over.
Thank you, Rose. And I won't let you be just a dream.
Are you two done? Raiden, you're needed on Strut C.
Yeah, Gene pointed out he's not just recycling his lines from Metal Gear Solid 1. He's also recycling Mei Ling and Naomi's lines. Oh, I should call him Master. That was Super Spider? My bad, not Gene.
He's asleep?
Still asleep, huh? Rose, could you please just shut the fuck up?
Jack, do you need to save?
Is it possible for you? Let's find out.
Jack, when you get home, let's have a homecoming party. Just the two of us.
Yeah, that's a good idea.
I'll make dinner.
What?
Oh, what's wrong?
Well, that sounds good, but how about we eat out at that one restaurant instead? You know, the place that we went to recently with the amazing lobster. I really like that place.
Well, yeah, I guess that's okay too. Huh?
Nothing. I just love lobster. Yeah, can't wait. Woohoo!
Well, then I'll make a reservation. Promise me you'll come back safely.
Don't worry.
There's something really funny about, like, no matter what game you get from Japan, there's gonna be a part somewhere deep inside that's gonna be like, hey, you know what's terrible? Women who can't cook. It's awful. Shame on them. It's so intense, dude. Oh, man. Why do we even have you? Ugh. This is the room I was just obsessed with. This looks just like Zanzibar. And we just saw Zanzibar Land just last week. Why does it sound like that? That's gross.
How much longer?
It's possible the terrorists will attempt to destroy the big shell in retaliation for the SEAL strike. Defuse the bombs before they make that move. The bomb disposal expert is somewhere in Strut C where you currently are. Locate him and request his assistance.
Colonel, do the terrorists have a Harrier?
Yes, an AV-8B Harrier II designed for the Marines. It is a VSTOL attack aircraft outfitted with a 25mm gun, air-to-air missiles, and anti-ground rockets. It's not something you want to try to take on in a SEAL helicopter.
Yeah, even more so if unprotected. Colonel, where did they get such a weapon?
I don't know.
Are they really just run-of-the-mill terrorists?
Relax, Raiden. Right now, just think about your mission at hand. Do you understand?
Colonel, who are Dead Sal?
They are pretty much what that guy Pliskin described them as.
A special forces unit? The brainchild of the former president?
Chances are someday we'll find ourselves in a gunfight with them.
Chances are.
The thought leaves me uneasy.
You have experience combating Foxhound during VR training, right? You'll be fine. Don't be apprehensive.
Jack, don't run unnecessary risks, okay?
Yeah, I don't want to, but...
I know. Is there anything I can do?
Yeah. Could you check for any data on them for me?
Okay, I'll do it. Good luck.
Colonel, who exactly is that woman?
Her name is Fortune.
Oh, no.
She leads Dead Cell.
Hang on a moment. I'll look her up for you.
I see you've acquired a gun.
Pliskin gave it to me.
Don't trust that man. But the gun itself seems all right. However, it's not equipped with a suppressor. If you fire it, the noise will be loud enough to alert any enemy personnel within hearing distance to your presence. Infiltration is the art of making your presence invisible. Try not to end up in a situation where you need to rely on firepower. Combat must be avoided unless absolutely necessary.
Okay. I forgot I was in that goddamn... I forgot I was in there. Hey, this guy's voice is probably...
Freeze!
Don't shoot.
Gonna sound really familiar.
You a cop?
I'm not NYPD. I came in with the Bravo team. Who are you with? And what happened to SEAL Team 10?
They're all dead.
All of them? That's bad.
Did I tell you could move?
It's all right. He's not one of the bad guys. Don't go pointing that thing everywhere, kid. What's your name?
My name is Peter. Peter Stillman.
I'm lecturer at Nav Scolio at Indian Head. Also a consultant for the NYPD bomb squad.
A poor old man who got dragged along for this picnic.
That's crazy.
I thought you'd retired.
That's the same guy as the DARPA chief.
I did. Can't keep up with everybody, as you can see. A famous church got wiped off the map thanks to me, with too many lives inside. All I lost was this leg.
So you're the bomb disposal guy.
Look at that sassy bitch stance.
Kid, this is the bomb disposal guy. Open any explosives disposal textbook and you'll see his name.
Just ancient history now.
Why did they bring you out of retirement then?
Because the terrorist group here includes.
Is that
one of
how
my
he
students,
sounds like a
the
stupid
Emperor
little
of
bitch in this
Explosives,
cutscene?
Fat Man.
He built an atomic
Why
bomb
even
when he was
come out of
only 10.
retirement, you fucking old man?
I created him in a sense.
And that's why you're here.
I'm pretty rusty. I was supposed to supervise the bomb disposal. Looks like it was taken care of before I had my turn.
I wouldn't say that. There are at least 2 people here who can claim to be experts at bomb disposal.
Are you two with SEAL Team 10? I didn't see you at the mission briefing.
Oh, we're with another squad. My name is Pliskin, Lieutenant Junior Grade. Honored to meet you, sir.
Mr. Pliskin, do you have any experience with explosives disposal?
Don't worry about me. And he looks young, but he can do it. But we need more manpower.
What's your name?
Raiden.
That's an odd name.
Any other survivors?
There was also an engineer with me.
An engineer?
My name
A skinny
Wyden.
guy. He went in with us.
Where is he?
I haven't seen him since that skirmish.
Was he killed?
I don't think so. I didn't find his body.
I see.
They told me he was a security systems architect for the big shell.
Why would they take a civilian along?
Everything in this structure is computer controlled. He was supposed to get us past all the security measures.
I never heard anything about that.
He had official orders with him.
We'll leave that for later. Right now, we need to figure out how to deal with all the bombs.
But there's no one left from the SEAL's EOD squad.
Yup, so we have to do it ourselves.
But I've never defused a bomb before. Hold on a sec.
Off to confer with the CO again?
Glad to hear Stillman is safe. Assist him in any way possible to clear the C4 from the structure.
Colonel, you know I've never been trained in bomb disposal.
It's all right. The man you're working with is the best in the field. All you have to do is follow his directions. You will, of course, keep your identity and mission objectives to yourself.
Is it true that an engineer came in with Stillman?
I wasn't informed of that. It's probably something the SEALs decided on their own. There are more important issues at hand, Raiden. The enemy may retaliate for the failed assault. Get those C4s neutralized now.
Okay.
Colonel, I'm not qualified for bomb disposal.
Jack, it's me.
Rose?
Oh!
You can do this. Trust me.
You haven't had bomb disposal training per se in
Oh!
VR, but you're more than capable of handling C4.
This is a little different.
Where are my
from using
red
C4.
pills?
You're up
Oh!
for this. You know that.
How about it, kid? Are the results in yet?
There's no need to think about this so much. You won't actually be dismantling the bomb. That's not for amateurs. What we'll try here instead is a temporary freezing measure. Here, look at this. This is a C4 bomb.
Dude, that's crazy.
It's live. You can see it pulsing. Now you spray this on the sucker and there we go. Simple, huh? The spray freezes the detonator instantly.
How long does the effect last?
There's no way the thing can detonate in this condition. Even if you leave it alone, it'll stay out of commission for at least 24 hours.
That's enough time.
Well, that seems fake
If
as
we had
shit.
the manpower, I'd recommend complete disposal. But this will have to do. The spray can be used from several yards away. Now check the floor, ceiling, walls, under a table, everywhere. Try to imagine the location.
This seems like
the bomb
complete
will choose.
nonsense, but hey,
That
whatever.
won't be easy. We don't know a thing about Fat Man.
Is there anything that'll help us locate the bombs?
Here, take this with you. It's what they call an ion mobility spectrometer. It can recognize ionized gas emitted by C4s.
The what?
In other words, that little gadget sniffs out C4's scent.
That's right. I've established a link up with your radar network, so any scent detected will be represented visually. Have the sensor activated and keep your eye on the radar.
What if he's using some other odorless substance?
Oh boy.
I know Fat Man well. I know how into his own aesthetics he is.
Signatures?
Yes, on every bomb he builds, he always leaves a trace of the cologne he uses. The sensor also picks up that particular scent spectrum.
Is that something he learned from you?
No, it was his own quirk. He wouldn't work by any rules except his own, and he followed them like a religion. And common sense wasn't one of his strong points. I thought I taught him everything I knew. I have no children of my own, and I thought I found a son in him. He had the right stuff, you know. There's something very unusual about an ability like that. Even at Indian Head, he got special treatment. I remember some people called him one of the fat cats. Maybe that's what started all this. I didn't teach him the most important thing I had to tell him. There are some things you have to pass
Wait, was
on.
it don't blow people up for fun? Was that
right?
Did you not teach him
all
that?
I taught him was skills. And now I have to stop him from using it to destroy us all.
Let's see how well that sensor works.
All right. I'm activating them. Watch. You see the green stuff on the radar? That's a visual representation of the C4 scent detected by the sensor.
It's a pretty big area, isn't it?
Don't complain. It's better than nothing.
Just activate the sensors and search the area, okay?
All right.
Don't forget that you need the radar to use the system. Log into the node at every strut and turn the radar on.
We have to keep out of the enemy's sight, too.
Because the radar gets knocked offline when we're spotted?
Exactly. Fat Man would have allotted some C4s here in Strut C as well.
Here?
I love how outrageously video gamey it is.
I know the structure of this
and
facility.
Artificial.
And if he wants to take out the plant, where he would target.
You know this for sure?
Of course. I taught him the techniques he uses. His ideas are based on my theories. Demolition is a kind of ideology. It makes no exceptions for time or place. Big Shell consists of 2 hexagons joined end on end, north to south. There should be packets of C4s on each of the vertices, or the struts in this case. You need at least that to take a building of this integrity out.
6 on Shell 1, another 6 on Shell 2. A total of 12 bombs at least.
Considering the shell's architecture and composition from an engineering standpoint, that's my conclusion, and it's exactly what he would have decided as well.
Kid, this place is all yours. I'll take care of Shell 2.
Take this.
I'd like to point out, if you've beaten the game, you would know just how crazy it is that he takes care of Shell 2.
Security card issued to Shell personnel.
It's fucking nuts.
The Big Shell security layout includes varying levels of clearance. The clearance level is identified.
Like, how
by the
does he
number printed
even
on these
get to
doors.
Shell 2?
Writing, your card key can open doors with security clearance level 1. Pliskin, your card can get you into level 3 areas. You'll need it to get next door to Shell 2.
Use the bridge? The bridge
that
is
engineer I
fucked,
told
man.
you about gave it to me. He was supposed to program a set of all access cards once we were on site. Unfortunately, this card won't get you into every area of this structure.
We'll have to deal with the remaining security lockouts as they come up. Let's get going. You stay here.
No, I'm going.
The 2 of us can handle it, don't worry.
But...
You'll just slow us down with that leg of yours. There's a war going on here. I don't have time to babysit anymore.
Why don't you just let us handle the grunt work? You can tell us what to do over the radio, like in the original mission plan.
All right.
You see how fucking, like, annoyed Snake was that Raiden spoke at all? I mean, Pliskin? I mean, Pliskin?
In case of what?
Good luck to both of you. This is a dangerous one.
Who dares, wins.
If anything comes up, let me know. My frequency is 140.25.
Good luck, kid. I'll see you later. Semper Fi.
Why are you saying all sorts of weird military shit?
That man's no SEAL. I don't even think he's a Navy man.
What?
Semper Fi. Marine Corps talk. Normally, team leaders stay in the CP and give orders with those headphones. And as far as I know, SEALs keep their officers away from the field. And Who Dares Wins is a model of the British Special Air Service.
Is he one of the terrorists, then?
No, somehow I don't think so. If there's someone to suspect, I'd put my money on you.
Yeah. You weird little rubber twink.
Just take care of those bombs for now.
What about you? They could be back in this area soon.
I'll hide out in this pantry for a while. If I lock the door, it should be all right. Plenty of food in here too, so you don't need to worry about me. I'll give you instructions by codec from here. Good luck, kid. Bomb disposal is a face-off with your own mortality. Don't let the fear get to you. When you give in to the fear, the darkness comes.
We did it. Time to save the game.
Jack, is that you? Jack, here's the data I found on Fortune. She goes by Fortune. She leads Dead Cell. Her real name is Helena Dolph Jackson. 2 years ago, her father, Commandant of the Marine Corps Scott Dolph, was killed in a training accident. Her husband was the former Dead Cell leader, Colonel Jackson. Died in captivity, my data says. After her husband's death, she joined the military. She didn't have any combat experience, but was soon singled out for a particular trait and was reassigned to Dead Cell.
What trait?
Luck. She was real lucky, like miraculously lucky. Wherever she went, bullets curved away, and missions always ended in success.
Is that some kind of joke?
I thought so too, but there is not a single record of her ever being wounded, not even a scratch. Jack, be careful, please.
Girl, that's crazy. That's crazy as shit. No one could be like that. That's impossible. Magic people and Metal Gear, that's bananas, bro. That's fucking bananas. Somebody asked, how come everybody who joins the military in Metal Gear gets superpowers? That's not what's happening. What's happening is in the Metal Gear universe, having superpowers of this nature is the kind of thing where you are best served by a career in the military because you're a superhuman. All right, let's thank the peepo. Coward Man sub. Thanks, Coward Man. What do you have to say? You have to say, I got MGS2 with my PS2, and boy, what a great summer I had going through it. Also, Caboose is cute. Thank you. Riggs the Roadie sub says, as somebody who started MGS that had CQC, can never get used to 2. One day I'll get past the tanker section. Hope Volume 2 releases sooner than later and with less bugs. Me too. Illest Villain Gun-Toned Bark on sub. Thank you. So did Spidak. Thank you very much. Michael subbed, says, as somebody who got back into Guild Wars 2 from 14 as well, I gotta say GW2 has way better ethnic hairstyles than 14, which is crazy since it's free to play, mostly. Hope you're having fun as well. I am. I'm just really enjoying the wandering around vibes of Guild Wars 2. Though the early game is like a hilarious joke in terms of difficulty. Because your first character levels so fast because of the adventure guide that like you are consistently out leveling literally everything until probably like 50, 60, 70. And Future City, but not Future City 10. Just Future City. Kicked in $5. I recommend you watch on your own time, but MGS2 ending but screenplay accurate by Parametric Avocado and Snake Don't Care for Metal Gear Solid 3 by Wooly Oni. Great videos. High recommend. Thank you. Thank you. All right, that's it for me, guys. I will see you Monday. We're going to be doing an earlier stream around 10 a.m. Pacific so that we can correspond. We're going to be going back to Classic WoW with Ashley Roboto. I remade my character and got it back up to where I died. All right. You guys have a good night and a good weekend. Bye-bye.